rocking with the new.
I'm in my new era. I'm better in my new era. I'm better in my new era.
Welcome back to round 11 of the PWR. We are here at the StoneX where Saracens host Bristol Bears. You have international stardust sprinkled throughout these teams, but who will hunt who first here in North London today? The Wolfpack of Saracens or the Bears from Bristol? I am joined by Kat Merchant, former England player and Rugby World Cup winner in 2014. Kat, the pleasure is all mine. How are you?
I'm all right. A bit cold, a bit wet, but apart from that, excited for some great rugby today.
I know it's going to be good, and it is absolutely throwing it down here today. So the conditions aren't necessarily ideal for those Canadians that have come back from Perth this week.
Yeah, going to be a bit of a shock, I think.
Exactly, but that will make for a brilliant game of rugby. So what are you expecting to see from Bristol today?
So I think Bristol haven't had the season they would have wanted. No secret there. They've not performed in a way that we're used to seeing them, especially with the wealth of players that they have. They've got incredible talent. They've just not quite gelled. But that said, it seems to be turning a little bit for them the last few rounds. So they're going to want to come out really strong in this game, especially as Sarries last week. They had 81-0 win, but haven't had their defence tested, so Bristol will want to take their opportunities there.
And absolutely, I think their defence will be tested today with the likes of Chloe Daniels making her debut, well, starting debut, I guess, at 15. Really exciting. But let's talk about Saracens then. They've been dominant throughout the season, apart from that round 1 loss against Gloucester Hartbury. What are you expecting to see from them today?
I think they're a very complete team. They're a great side. They've got good skills. They look to get it wide, but they also have a great pack. I'm also excited to see their bench come on because that's going to make a big difference in the second half, especially with tough conditions. So, yeah, I think they're going to play a really smart tactical game.
Absolutely, that bench is loaded, and I'm excited to see that come on. And then let's talk about the Six Nations. So the Women's Six Nations is coming up. I think it's less than 60 days, Kat, until that starts. And, you know, John Mitchell, I'm sure, is watching today, probably from the comfort of somewhere a little bit drier than the StoneX. But who's he going to be looking at? Do you think the old faces or some of the new ones?
Some of the youngsters. Millie David for sure, like the young winger. She's got to put her name up in the hat. I've messed the phrase up there, but you know she's going to because she's such a talented player. I think especially after World Cup year, that's when you look to rebuild. You have retirements. You've got a long time until the next World Cup, so it's when you want to look to blood new players. So I think he'll be looking at a mixture, but definitely the youngsters' time.
I couldn't agree more. There's plenty on show today here at the StoneX in round 11 of the PWR, and I caught up with Bristol Bears coach Scott Lawson earlier, and here is everything he had to say. With a positive win against Sale and a tight fought-out battle against Trailfinders, where do you feel you're at coming into this game against Saracens?
Yeah, full of confidence. Say we've had a real positive start to 2026. Like, disappointed to draw against Trailfinders, but it was still good league points for us, and we're looking forward to a tough game against a top team like Saracens today.
Perfect. And this week sees Chloe Daniels first start playing in that 15 shirt, Jasmine Joyce Butchers back in the starting side, and Renika Bonner rotated out. What are your thoughts behind this rotation?
It was just that we're getting to that stage of the season. We need to see everyone play well and build energy. Like say, we've had really positive performances the last 2 weeks, but say Chloe's joined us at Christmas time. Like, great to see her today against Saracens. Like Jazz again, having had her baby, like she's now back in the squad. So yeah, we've got a top quality squad, especially in that back three. So looking forward to them adding some energy to our performance today.
And energy they will bring, I'm sure. And then let's talk about the threats that Saracens bring. How are you going to attack the game today?
Obviously the conditions will dictate that. Like Saracens offload games, a big part of it. Like they've got some real power up front, so for us it's about like going to our strengths, like our scrum, our maul, looking to get that into the game and then playing that attacking brand of rugby when it allows. It'll be a game of territory as well. I think to Roy Haydemont, like controlling the game at 10 against Saracens. They've got a strong kicking game as well, so yeah, it'll be very tactical today, but also making sure we have that kind of parity and like kind of doggedness up front as well.
Absolutely, I have no doubt it's going to be a brilliant game. Good luck and thank you for your time. I am joined pitch side by Alex Osterbury, head coach of Saracens, and the brilliantly talented May Campbell, co-captain of Saracens' side today. Alex, let's start with you then. Your team have clearly gelled together this season, apart from the round one defeat against Gloucester Hartbury. Since then, though, your side have been incredible. What are you looking to bring to the field today?
Yeah, the same. In fairness, they've done very well. You know, the energy that they've brought, the quality of rugby they've played, and the expression of their talent has been something that we're really happy with. On the defensive side of the ball, you know, they've stepped up, been very physical, and we've been in good form. Obviously, a big reset over the Christmas break, so it's making sure that now we get back into the swing of it after the one game last week, and making sure we take it to a very talented Bristol team.
And it's been crazy conditions today, obviously, as we're stood employing May as to be holding the umbrella. Does that change your tactics on how you're going to play today?
No, I think we've got a game that's suited for all conditions, and ultimately it's about the players making decisions and executing skills depending on what's happening, and the weather is one of those factors. So I don't see it as wholesale changes, but we'd be naive to think that this will have an impact on the game.
And talking of changes then, Kevin Ruahay has joined your coaching side, May. What has he brought to the team?
A lot of Frenchness to it. He's come with lots of new ideas. He wants to make our game very exciting. It's the speed of ball that obviously Liv Apps brings, and also the calibre of players that we have from the Canada side too. And he's made us think about things on the pitch that we haven't actually thought of before. So I've loved him coming in and him having fresh ideas and a fresh approach to it all. And he's very demanding of standards. So I think he's taking our game to a great place, and I think he can elevate it even more.
And top try scorer in the league so far. Can we be expecting a strong start and some scores for you today?
Well, I think it's joint still with lots of other people, and they've also been from mauls, so it might be a mauling game today, but at least it's been raining for the past 2-3 months, so we trained a lot in this anyway, so we'll just see.
And Alex, then talking about being on the right side of today's performance, what threats do Bristol bring, and how do you plan to counteract that? How do you plan to answer that?
Yeah, I think you've seen.
Sorry, it's my job to do this. I failed at my one job.
I think what we've seen with Bristol, they've got a real strong identity around the attack. They want to keep ball in hand. They want to, attack from everywhere on the pitch. So you've got to have your wits about you. You've got to respect that. But equally, the respect comes from trying to put it as under much pressure as you can. And then, we've seen their turnover threats with, particularly Eva Gallagher at the breakdown. You've got to remove her from feet, or at least make sure that, she's going beyond the ball rather than getting the rewards for the steals. So we've got to be really clinical around the breakdown. But they're a team that can hurt you in many ways. We can go through 1 to 15 of their players, and they're all people who, names that roll off the tongue in PWR. So it's going to be a very tough test, very tough conditions. But that's what we want. We want battles every week against good teams, because ultimately we find out the most about ourselves and we learn the most.
Absolutely, I think learning the most there. May, let's talk about learning. You are co-captaining the side today. What does it mean to be the co-captain of such a historic side?
Well, I'm hugely proud to do that, and thankfully Alex made that decision. And I guess it's just great being able to play with such a great calibre of players that we have at the side. It's like my 10th year here. So every single time I take to the field, I think it's special. So even to have that role, it's just about bringing everyone together, making sure we stick to the game plan. And every single time I play, to put my best foot forward, to try and put the team in the best shape. So it's not about doing anything crazy. It's just about trying to, I guess, get stuck in and get my head down.
Absolutely. Well, good luck today. And talking of doing it 10 years in the career, I think I'm about to send you north to the gantry to Nick Heath, who's done probably way more than 10 years in commentary. Over to you, Nick.
Afternoon, everyone. Round 11 of the PWR, and these two sides will be the last ones out of the blocks of the weekend, but we can fully expect them to be at the races. Saracens, second in the PWR table, and he didn't hold back in terms of taking a strong team to bottom of the league, Tigers, last weekend, perhaps showing due respect, but also knowing that this Bristol Bears side, well, they spent the first half in unfamiliar territory in the bottom half of the table. They have bagged 8 out of a possible 10 points since the league's resumption at the start of the year. The team might be low on form, but they certainly are aware of the history of this Bristol Bears side. Let's have a look at the teams then. Saracens, as I mentioned, having taken a strong team to Mattioli Woods, Welford Road. Don't need to tinker too much a week on. 5 World Cup winners in the mix as Kelsey Clifford comes in to start in an all-international front row. Jodie McGee's held on to her place after a decent showing last week, with Evans, Immaculate and Marley Packer as strong as you like at back row. Tori Sellers keeps hold of the 9 shirt alongside the mercurial Zoe Harrison, with Bridger and Hardy the centre combination. Sydney Gregson comes back into a starting spot on the wing. Lottie Sharp on the other side, with Jess Breach at fullback after a haul of 4 tries against the Tigers. And as for that Saracens bench, well, shows a strong lineup too. Gabby Sempt and Liv Apps, both returning from Sevens duty and back into club colours. For Bristol Bears, just the 2 changes from their draw last week. The pack remains unchanged, with world champion Red Rose Sarah Byrne in the co-captaincy role alongside Scotland's Lana Skeldon in the front row. Evie Gallagher's in a rich vein of form in the back row, with Pamphonette Buissa, a recent Canadian acquisition, in December. Housemates Bevan and Dement are at halfback, with a Scottish midfield of Meryl Smith and Emma Orr. Firepower out wide comes in the form of Millie David and Jasmine Joyce Butchers. Well, it's a first start at fullback for another Canadian in Chloe Daniels. And as for the Scottish, Welsh and English internationals, well, they all wait on the Bristol bench, along with Ella Loverbond, who has been one of the standout performers across the season so far as well. Well, the rain's been falling most of the day. It's been falling most of the year, Cat Merchant. We've certainly got used to that. A little bit of sunshine for most of us yesterday, but it may have just stopped. It may have brightened up a little bit. Certainly these are 2 sides that don't mind throwing the ball around. Bristol Bears, 1 place off the bottom of the table. I mean, semi-finalists last season. We're not used to seeing them in this position, are we?
We're really not. You expect them to be fighting top 4. We've seen them be there for years, there and thereabouts. So really surprised to see them there, especially as a depth of talent that they do have in their squad. So they'll be really trying their best to climb as high as they can in the second half of this season. On this run-in of fixtures in this middle block of the season. We had 8 before Christmas, picking up with round 9 at the end of January, and this will take us all the way through to the Guinness Women's Six Nations, which will commence a little later than last year. It'll be the 11th of April will be the round 1 weekend. So not only is it business time as far as Premiership Women's Rugby is concerned, but players out there that will want to ensure they keep up form, keep up fitness in terms of selection when it comes to John Mitchell, looking at who his Red Roses are going to be that follow the legacy of that Rugby World Cup win.
Yeah, absolutely. It's all eyes on in terms of the amount of people tuning in, watching. Maybe World Cup was the first time that they really got into it, but they're certainly going to be watching now. And yeah, you've always got one eye on selection for further down the line. So no doubt that a lot of players out there are going to be thinking about their international shirts.
Was it ever tempting to sort of start to do something differently on that run in towards internationals, start to try and catch the eyes of coaches in your career, Kat?
No, I think every game was that, to be honest, just trying to be as best you can. But yeah, it just starts to become a little bit more in the mindset.
Well, the Saracens team come out. A few of the mascots with them as well. They'll hit a few tackle bags for their troubles. And here come Bristol Bears, led out by co-captain Sarah Byrne. Pamphonette Buissa running close behind. Sarah Byrne putting a nice reel out on the socials with the recent song Fabulous, enjoying everything fabulous about what the life is to offer when you're a top-class sportswoman with a World Cup medal around your neck and all the opportunities that come with it.
And such a lovely woman as well. I bumped into her in the tunnel just before the game, and she's just happy to just have a chat. It's like, "You're right, Kat, you're on comms." Like, and it's just nice. She's very, very humble, just cracks on with it. And I did ask her if she'd be scoring today, so we'll see if I said she probably would.
Well, there we go. There we go. Well, it's a pretty good bet given the quality of Sarah Byrne. Our referee is Mike Lambs, going to be assisted by Gareth Holsgrove and Emerson Wood. Well, it's a rerun of the PWR semi-final of June 24. Saracens against Bristol Bears. Bristol Bears knowing that they are at the wrong end of the PWR table based on recent seasons, sitting in 8th as they are coming into this weekend. At 8 points out of an available 10 since the resumption of the league at the end of January is certainly much more like it.
Yeah, absolutely. They'll be looking to build on that as well. And off that kick-off, Dement just doing what she does well, calm, composed, just kick, just get it out of there and then defend from the halfway.
A little untidy at the back as Sarah Byrne is straight onto it. Bevan, Dement, the two housemates, getting the ball down the line from Smith and onto Orr, and that's a strong first run from the Scottish outside centre. Back in, May Campbell bursting straight out of the line. The Saracens co-captain looking to put that pressure on the Red Rose. Defensive line from Saracens comes up hard, and Macaulay in there looking to make the shot. Bristol have done well to weather that. In from Bevan again, and Byrne once more. Dement. Into the centres they go again, trying to keep the ball alive and smuggle it away, which they managed to do for Christiana Balogun. And Finette Buissa just over it. Release from Orr.
Looked a little high, that shot in there.
Macaulay with the hit, and Georgia Evans. Canadian and Welsh duo. Ball over the top is taken just outside the 22 by Jess Breach, who fielded on. Oh! Big, big turnover. Almost the first moment that the Saris have carried any ball into contact, and they've been rumbled already.
Yeah, a really excellent turnover. So they know how dangerous that Saris are. They go hands straight over the ball, always in contention, doesn't get hands beyond it, so wins that turnover. Great defence.
Ruhe Dement puts it into the corner. World Cup winner with the Blackburns, of course, that international class brought into Bristol Bears. Lana Skeldon has it.
That's once. Stay on side.
Given the warning of once as it stopped moving. Smith. Oh, Smith just helping herself and going straight through the hole. They've missed Merrill Smith in this Bristol Bears side. They've got a Scottish head coach who's certainly going to want to see those Scottish charges giving everything they can for club as well as country by the time we get round to that Women's Six Nations. But now it's Byrne who breaks away. Bristol over the top of this one. There with Skeldon. They've got the advantage. Driving towards that line, just up short. Evie Gallagher, oh, she's reached out.
Got a clear ground in there? No.
Referee is checking with the assistant.
No, the
They're not saying it's a clear grounding. My goodness.
From where I was stood, looking at our screens, it did look like there might be. So the carry really, really strong. She carries on going, lands.
There's the mark.
And then presents.
You're allowed to reach your arm out from that position. Not a second body movement, but don't have the benefit of the television match official in this particular match. Driving hard again. Trying to get the question of whether it was a maul into the referee, but certainly a knee on the ground means that that's a tackle. Maisie Davis then. Breaking to the right again. And Gallagher is there. The one who may feel that she was hard done by just a minute ago. Scottish number 8.
Hands and feet, Black.
19 carries last week for Evie Gallagher. A phenomenal amount. Now they come around the corner. Smith didn't give it first time. Might have the room to send Dement in. Dement with the little offload. And it's Millie David into the corner. And Bristol strike first. David with her 7th try of the PWR season.
Oh, she's just such an out-and-out finisher, and they look to get her the ball. I think Sarries were hoping that there was just a little tiptoe on the touchline, but what I love is they had it in tight, and then they decide actually it's not on, and then they look to go wide, and Dement just that little almost netball-style pass to David, who's out wide, but that little dummy at first, and then just wanting to keep it alive. Great footwork as well from Dement, makes 2 Sarries defenders turn into her, and then executes the pass away.
Work from Meryl Smith as well. I mean, had she got the ball away to Emma Orr, it was going to be a double hit on her outside centre partner. So actually decided not to give it. Had more time to find Dement and finish the score. Just wonder how valuable that decision was from Meryl Smith. This is Kira Bevan. Never quite had the radar on that one. Of course. It was Bevan with that 80th minute penalty that saw Bristol take all 5 points at home in the singular point victory against Sale Sharks.
That's that hold on, as you said, from Smith, who she just doesn't look to give it first off, ties that defence in and then moves it.
Bristol Bears first on the board. Dement to clear the lines. Might have hoped for a little more on it.
I think they're just very clear in their kick-off receipt exit strategy, aren't they? They just get it, kick it as long as they can, and yes, as you said, would have wanted a bit more on that because now they're having to defend quite close to their 22. But what a start from Bristol. You wouldn't have thought, looking at how they've started, they're at 8th, would you?
They are certainly beginning to look a little bit more like their old selves since the start of the year, since they've been able to welcome back the likes of Meryl Smith into the lineup.
That's ones.
Tamphanet Buisa, another recent acquisition, joining mid-December. Balogun has made the break here, almost stopped to check if she was allowed to. Bevan.
50-22 is on.
They are sending players back in. The 50-22 option is on if this bounces to touch. Oh, and it's getting ever closer. Didn't quite go out on the side. It's a good decision from Bevan. Didn't quite get it on the angle she might have liked.
Really nice, though, because if that's either 50-22 or it's now goal line dropout, so either way they're getting really good possession because they'll receive this kick there. Just smart play from Bristol, really making Sarries guess.
Communication needed to be key, and the
Keep working back,
shout
Black.
of Jasmine Joyce was loud enough to see Kira Bevan away from it. Gallagher from Dement.
Release, tackler.
New Zealand international will be much more pleased with the outfit she signed up to, getting the results that they have been. And it's Dement, and it's a stop-go. And that is international class from Ruahei Dement. What a finish. She's met by Sarah Byrne, who'll be the first to celebrate. But that was something else from a world-class 10.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. Love the footwork there. I think Saracens were really worried about the pace of David out wide, possibly thinking about it. But what a great way to just attack, receive that kickoff. I was a bit worried she might have got herself isolated there, but Bristol managed to keep the ball. And then the work rate here from Dement as well, using the forwards, loops herself round to be used again. And then the sidestep here, just that dummy, goes across. This is the bit I love, though, scanning, and then absolutely burns her, goes for the outside. Lovely footwork.
Stood up Zoe Harrison as the last line of defence, but yeah, recognised she was up against Donna Rose and thought, hold on a minute, there might be a little gap for me to get through here.
Yeah, if you can get a defender to just go a bit flat-footed like Harrison did there, you then re-accelerate and you'll leave that defender for dead.
That's much more like it from Kira Bevan. And slots the 2 points. Well, the Bevan Dement household have got themselves 7 points to add to the tally, and Bristol are up 12 points to 0 at the Stonex.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic start for them. But look at Sarries. They've decided they're going to go quick, try and catch Bristol off guard here.
Well, they certainly have. They put the pressure on. Dement has put in a walloping great kick. It's not quite found touch. Harrison back in field to her good mate in Jess Breach. Sellers, short side again, dummy from Clifford. Gallagher tries to hold on, but the Red Rose has made really good ground. Sellers, good quick ball, finding Jodie Verghese. Harrison, oh, it wasn't held by Donna Rose. And Bristol can breathe a sigh of relief.
Yeah, good composure, I think, from Bristol, given that they were having to scramble back for that really quick kickoff. Saracens obviously really wanting to bring energy into this game, but yeah, you can see doesn't quite take that there from Verghese, goes forward.
Hookers, I'll make the mic sit back and left. Back and left, thank you.
Marley Packer still doing the do for Saracens, still in that England squad. Anybody that thought she was going to give things up after a second Rugby World Cup medal, sorely mistaken. She's got plenty more to give.
Well, there's not many players that played alongside me still that are still left. Yeah, they're kind of starting to retire now, but yeah, she's still out there doing what she does best. I don't think she'll ever retire.
I brought this stat in last time I was at Saracens, and I don't think she thanked me for it, but she is the last of the first 150 Red Roses to still be playing.
Oh, I think that's awesome, though. I think that's fair play.
She is Red Rose number 150.
Come around this side, Emerson.
152, Ms. Emily Scarrett, one of the more recent retirees. In great form. 8th on the table across the season for defenders beaten, Marley Packer. The stats speak for themselves. 20 offloads. That's just second behind a certain Poppy Clear, waiting on the bench for Saracens this afternoon.
Set!
Welsh international Bevan.
Stationary used at 9.
Or looking to try and get the combinations. Worked nicely. Back in field and taking names goes Buisa and then Balogun, and Balogun's away again here. Support on the right from Dement. Bristol are running riot at the Stonex at the minute, and this is not what we expected. We know they're a good outfit, but this is a side that have turned up to make a statement about which direction in the table they want to be headed. Early moments, of course, in this match, but this is David. Fancies a chance of the run. Had to get around Gregson. And there's a penalty advantage now. Byrne.
Your advantage.
Players not rolling away. Bevan is there. Slipped it back in for Gallagher. Then on for Dement. Then Skeldon. Then Smith. And now Jazz Joyce, and Joyce doesn't need asking twice. Jasmine Joyce saw support on the inside. Surely it had to go. Was determined to get there herself. Oh, Cat Merchant, it could have been 3.
Oh, it could have been, couldn't it? I love that they were playing, though, with that. They had the advantage. They didn't want to take it. They just wanted to play. They got it wide. It was a lovely line break. And Skeldon, twice in a row, has been involved in that back line, getting in there as a hooker, moving that pass. So there's the first one. And then, yeah, could have gone back inside to Smith, couldn't it? Just maybe didn't think she had time, but yeah, Smith would have walked in there.
Oh. Because you get the sense, I mean, it's one of those places where you don't come and get a result easily. And whatever Bristol are doing and putting on the board at this stage, you sense that Saracens will find their rhythm and find a way. Missed opportunities, even inside the first quarter of an hour, may yet come back to haunt you.
Yeah, Sarries are a smart side. They will, at half-time, if not before, they're going to have a lot of discussions about how they can come out and counter this. But Bristol, for me, the way that they're linking their forwards and backs, forwards just getting themselves in the line, having lovely hands, Balogun doing some runs, and they've gone quick.
Gone down the front.
Stay on the side, Black.
Davison, Skeldon, combining well. Scottish international Holly Cunningham. Byrne. On it goes to Buisa. Serving to be a really shrewd signing. Fanfanet Buisa. Byrne with the quick pick. Gallagher's in there, accompanied by De Melza short. Buisa again. Goodness, she takes some stopping. Cunningham. Oh, was there just a little nudge on the floor? There was. The excitement of what was coming next just detracting from getting the accuracy.
Both teams looking to go quickly though, aren't they? Right from that quick line out, just going in, trying to catch each other out, but some great strength and running from Bristol. But Saracens, credit to them, defending for their lives on that line there.
Fanfanet Buisa having a storming start to the match. Canadian 15s and 7s came into the club just towards the end of last year.
Set.
Going up against Julia Ramatkolle, both quite similar in style,
Set around.
similar in size and shape.
Set round.
Got to be gutted there to have given a penalty away in the scrum.
Here's your
But
mark.
oh, there's the run in.
Thank you.
Just a leg drive to go through. That takes 3 players to take it down. Excellent work rate.
Saracens from the penalty at the scrum have the chance to get themselves out of trouble.
There's your mark. Yeah, 7
Yeah,
across.
Saracens pride themselves on their set piece, so we're really happy to get that scrum penalty in that position there and work their way out of the pressure zone.
Good competition.
Tap down from the top, still not too tidy. Good work from Lou McMillan. Back in, down, head down from Georgia Evans. Penalty Bristol.
You can see what that means to them as well, all running in. They don't look like a team that's surprised to be ahead at this point, which is an interesting thing given the position and the teams that they're playing against. So they were really, really up for this, and the belief in themselves is paying off massively.
A Saracens team with a bloodied nose, Cat, is a very different beast. And
Very dangerous thing. indeed.
certainly these first 16
the
minutes may well see Bristol in the ascendancy, but this Saracen Scorpion has a sting in the tail when it needs it. So fascinating encounter we've got over the course of the next hour or so. Hope you didn't have any plans this afternoon. It's Balogun.
Smooth. Don't change 5.
Bristol
Don't change.
with 17 minutes on the clock. They're going in search of a third try.
Once.
Bevan has a look to the left. Smith. Oh, smuggles it to Orr. Gave it the big eyes of sending it deeper. Bevan's had a little look.
Release, tackle and release.
Marley Packer's got other ideas. Had to release. Gallagher. Now Bristol would love one of those trademark Gallagher carries, or one from the rest of the Bristol front row. Maisie Davis and then Byrne. Now it's there for Bevan again. Dement
Penalty advantage. Number 1.
was dumped on the floor. There's already a penalty advantage being played against Kelsey Clifford. Buisa steps back in from 1, gets the offload away. Smith couldn't at the first time of asking. Saracens giving it everything they can defensively. Bevan again.
Still got advantage.
Still the penalty advantage being
Hands up,
played for the
Bevan.
Bears. It's not quick ball. Bevan on for Dement. Not the easiest one to take out wide. Brilliantly dealt with by Jasmine Joyce, who gives it one dummy. Smith's passed it away. It's been intercepted by Sellers. But we're coming all the way back, and Lana Skeldon has just sprinted over to
Thank you.
the left-hand wing.
Use the line. High
Yeah, getting
tackle.
herself into position from that high tackle penalty that they were playing with. Late hit as well, it looked like coming in, but here's the, they said high, but more of a tip, it looked like.
Dement's going to put this in the corner.
Use the line.
Skeldon knew the drill. In for Balogun.
She okay?
They start the crab inside.
36 out.
They have a little bit of rotation, but now told Georgia Evans that she needs to get back in an onside position. Bears have to use it. Smith popping up at that first receiver, then Dement, then Millie David cutting in field. Such a demon finisher in the PWR. Now Bevan, crossfield kick. Oh, it wasn't held initially, and then it gets knocked forwards from Bristol. Saracens are going to get the chance to breathe again with the 5-metre scrum.
Oh, Bristol just, if they got themselves a little bit deeper there, ball in hand, because they had two players on the outside that were unmarked. If they could get it to them, I don't mind that at all, that kick in behind to like, have a go, but I think the opportunity was missed the phase before that.
Stepping across. You go squared, I'll keep that. That's fine. There's the mark.
As you said, Nick, they've got to take advantage of this. They can't have all this pressure for this duration without getting another score ahead, because Saracens haven't had the ball yet. When they get it, they are going to be difficult to defend.
That is it. We don't have live territory and possession stats for you, but I'm fairly sure it's going to be over 80%
Crouch!
in favour of the Bears.
Bind!
They will know all too well the importance of converting when in this area of the field. And Bristol look to get the jump on the scrum, but too early. Free kick time.
Oh, just a bit of a let-off there, wasn't it, for all the phases, all the possession that they had, and how close they got to the line to give away a free kick in that scrum. And now Saracens are really out of that danger zone, so a lot of possession and territory come to nothing, really, for them.
Bristol will get the ball back. Free kick into touch, not a penalty, so it hands the ball back to the Bears. They've gone to Balogun again. Dement, Buisa. Oh, it's a big fend on Emma Hardy. Hardy's made of strong stuff. Into the line, coming Chloe Daniels to provide that extra pair of hands. But the turnover's strong. Sellers again, who's got herself into a good position.
Yeah, you just can't get yourself isolated at all against either of these sides, really. Both are really good on the jackal and getting over it quickly, but Saracens, they've had class about them because they've had to defend for their lives for ages, and now they've finally got a chance on the ball and they're making it count.
May Campbell waits to get this line out going. It's a good take from McMillan. English to Scottish international at line out time. Saracens on the wraparound. It was Zoe Harrison. Ball didn't quite go to hand. David was the one who got hands on it. Shires will be very pleased that David was shut down as fast as she was. Dement again. Oh, now that's not gone to anybody.
Just going backwards in the pressure.
We'll come back for the scrum knock-on.
Yeah, I thought she was going to kick that. She was lining up like she might, but maybe she was thinking because they were playing with the knock-on advantage, she didn't want to kick it away, perhaps. But she did look initially lined up. So this is that Sarries attack that just doesn't quite link. And then David gets her hands on it as well.
Lana Skeldon just down getting some attention.
We okay?
Scottish international. Of course, we saw reports recently from BBC's Joe Curry. A few voices from the Scottish camp speaking up about how they haven't felt the relationship has been where they would like it to be with the union. Scottish Union have come out and said they're doing their best to support and give the players all the psychological assistance they need around aspects to do with contracts and things, but it's not been a happy camp, Cat Merchant.
No, quite a few players have come forward, haven't they, and been vocal with it, which is also a very difficult thing to do when you're in that environment, because you don't want to risk your place, but then you can't carry on if things are in camp are not happy and they're not in a way that allows them to play with freedom. So really difficult, and do feel for the girls.
Sione Fuka, who's going to be the new Scotland coach. Interesting to see Ruahe Dement, the lead voice in that huddle. Keen to demonstrate her leadership. She's a Rugby World Cup winner after all.
first real huddle, isn't it? There's not been much downtime in this game at all. But on the flip side of that, Sarri's first chance to get together and talk about what they need to do differently as well, because this has all been about Bristol in this first 24 minutes.
It's almost the time of one of those sort of water breaks when it's over 30 degrees. It's very much not that.
No. I say with my heated jacket on and 2 layers of gloves, not 1, 2.
Oh, you've outdone yourself, Cat Merchant. Oh, that's a little loose and over the top of the shoulder. Oh, it's nearly stepped all the way through. Bevan, Gallagher. Bevan for Balogun.
Roll now, Tech.
Not brought any momentum into that carry. Kira Bevan asking questions of the referee. Sarah Byrne makes another couple of metres. They are going to get a penalty here. If you're interested in the scorelines elsewhere, I can share a half-time with you from Sandy Park if you'd like to block your ears for the next 5 seconds if you're going to catch up with it later. It is currently at half-time. Exeter 19, Loughborough Lightning 5. Welcome back, those of you who took your fingers and popped them in your ears. That's not going to find touch. Breach. Infield for Harrison.
Keep retreating back. Thank you.
That'll do.
Yeah, good exit in the end. Work that way up the pitch. But still, Bristol ball here.
Third most kicks in the PWR, Zoe Harrison. It's another good link up.
Penalty advantage.
Oh, and it is a
2
penalty
offside.
advantage. Lou McMillan's gone through to put the pressure on Kira Bevan. Not too much of an effort to get hold of it. Just knocked it on. Buisa.
Go after the penalty.
May just have a little word.
Penalty over there.
Heard
Penalty
here.
Now for another penalty here. Lots for slowing the ball down. Okay, and lots of high tackles. Please pass the message on. Discipline must improve. You was outside. No.
Michael Lamb making it clear.
Offside. That's fine. We don't need it for the penalty. If it goes out, we'll stop.
Intriguingly, despite winning with over 80 points against Leicester Tigers and scoring 13 tries last week, Saracens still managed to concede 11 penalties.
If you kick it now,
Getting
it
into
goes
double
up all the way.
figures is what you want to avoid in an ideal world. And certainly with that amount of ball and go forward, you would assume you wouldn't have to transgress quite that much. But
Yeah, discipline costing them in this game so far as well. So referee there saying about they're slowing the ball down, they're getting high shots in, so he's going to be looking at that, and you start to think about, after you've been given a warning, you start to think about putting hand in pocket.
Buisa on the charge this time. Away for Smith. Good take and cut back in from the Scottish centre. Bevan for Byrne. Cunningham had to stoop low to get it. Dement with Orr on that outside arc. Emma Orr just scragged. Good work from Sydney Gregson. But Bevan's picked that one away just in time. Donna Rose, her countrywoman, goes in to make the tackle. I think Bevan had almost slipped and tackled herself, but it's Byrne, Skeldon in support. Millie David will deputise at scrum half. Georgia Evans with the tackle. Is the ball there for the Bears? Yes, it is. Balogun. Quick pick and go. Forcing that Saracens offside line back and back. Marley Packer thinks the ball's out and she can go for it. She always will. It's another persistent spell within these few metres of the Saracens line for Bristol Bears. How they need to make this count. Great defence from the team second in the league. Another pick and go. Cunningham again.
Stay on side.
Gallagher's there. Knew that she was going to attract the attention of Georgia Evans. It was great from the Welsh flanker. Byrne Is she sensing that there's the weakness to try and find the line? Sarah Byrne.
Try that.
Wherever there's a weakness, Byrne will find it. And she's done it again. Bristol do get their third try in this first half.
We agree not to try.
And it's Sarah Byrne who follows David and Dement.
Yeah, she always finds herself on her way to the try line, doesn't she, in those important moments. They've been working really hard in the build-up to this, but there's still a lot of work to be done there. She travels, she's spinning her body as well, working really hard, powerful runner that she is, but then the strength to be able to ground it as well. A great finish from her. And what I really liked, what I found interesting from Bristol, was they had their 10, 12 and 13 all stood in behind those forwards, so they could attack either way and flood round. So I think we'll be seeing that as well.
Straight through the uprights from Ciara Bevan. Tom Luke and Scott Lawson coaching ticket not too far from our commentary position, and Tom Luke loves to bellow out of these echoing stands on this broadcast side. The Stonex get their messages on.
Fine, absolutely.
Sarah Byrne, 19 carries last week, similar to Evie Gallagher. She was also 1 metre short of the player who made the most metres. That was Millie David, who made 68. Sarah Byrne last week making 67. Gives you an idea of the work she gets through and the space she can find herself or make for herself.
Just as a prop, making that much ground as well, it's just insane. Incredible. And I think the work rate as well of these players, getting 18, 19 carries in a game, it's just good work rate.
What have Saracens got in reply? Macmillan, oh, it's gone over the top. It missed the Scot they were aiming for and found Lana Skeldon of Bristol. Smith, lively miss pass to find Jazz Joyce Butchers. Looked to try and get on the outside. It was a really solid tackle from Lottie Sharp. Buisa took the ball and just retracted a metre or two. Packer thought there was a cherry to nibble on there at the bottom of that. Byrne swats it away. Smith looking to attack the space. I think she wanted Millie David on the cut line back inside, but they'll take the width. Maisie Davis. Dement. Is it opening up again? Oh, and it's Byrne. And Byrne is on the shoulder of Dement. And Sarah Byrne for the line once more. Oh, what a finish! Sarah Byrne, 2 tries in 2 minutes. 1 from short, 1 from long. Either way, Byrne on fire.
Absolutely beautiful play from Bristol there. It's almost like they're toying with the Saracens' defence, and this all comes from the error on the line out, the overthrow, which Skeldon sang her praises in the first 20 minutes for her ability just to move the ball. That pass from Smith, beautiful, love it. On the outside of defence, Sarries do well to get across and manage to defend, but Dement, I just love how she just scans. She's getting double tackle, she looks, and who else would you want on your shoulder when you're there from the line? Like, get that 4th bonus point try as well, pops it off to Byrne. That was the best try so far by a long way, I reckon.
Conversion scored by number 9.
Conversion is good.
They're really putting them away, aren't they? I do think second half is going to be a big chat for Sarries, and they're looking to go quick again off that kickoff.
Gallagher. Smith again. Oh, good quick hands from Skeldon. She's such a baller. Buisa gets through another one. Saracens have been absolutely shell-shocked. Gallagher. Oh, stop go.
Don't place into him. Don't. Ball's available. Stay there, Black.
Smith. Oh.
No, didn't touch the ball.
Did Bridger get a hand on it? Don't think so, says the referee. Presented back by Daniels.
I thought she might have just glimpsed that, just touched it slightly, but ref deemed she didn't.
Byrne got it away. It's one of those games where you sort of feel, well, what's going to happen in the second half when we turn around and the wind's behind? There's not a breath of wind.
No, there's nothing. I was thinking, did I miss that? Like, yeah, but no wind, nothing.
Saracens have had so little ball. Oh, and it's knocked on by Harrison, and the disconsolate language, well, body language tells you all.
Yeah, those are the errors you just don't need to be making. It's not one she's going to want to watch back, and that will be a classic. She'll be thinking what she needs to do next, and when you're suddenly behind by 26 points, you're having to think, well, what have we got to do differently? So her mind had been racing at 100 miles an hour, and actually just basics first and go for the high ball. So just over 5 minutes till half-time. Be fantastic for Bristol to keep hold of this ball, not let Sarries in at all. And that will give them a real advantage going in.
Penalty Sarries. And a chance to get them in a much more business end of the field.
Yeah, because on the flip side of that, Saracens, if they can even just get anything in this first half, you go into those changing rooms, there's a slightly different attitude because you get yourself up and go, yes, let's do more of that, and you don't focus on the negatives so much. So this important 5 minutes for both sides. What happens next?
And the fans in the far stand make the noise that they can to cheer on their side. Immaculate. So many names on the Saracen side, we barely mentioned they've had such little ball, but now they're able to drive. First time they've really entered the 22 with ball in hand.
She's leaving, don't hold her in.
Saracens edging ever closer under the arm of Immaculate. Getting close to the line, finding the line and over. Try scored. Saracens will get themselves on the board. Kelsey Clifford. 26 points down, but they finally have a bit of possession and convert.
Well, if you think about it, is that the first time in the 22? It's certainly the first time anywhere near the 5 metre line. So to come away with a try there as well just shows their strike rate. They don't need very many because they're going to score. We said about it in the first 20 minutes, didn't we, that Bristol needed to take every opportunity because Sarries will be coming back, and they've started that already.
Zoe Harrison has clankered the left hand upright. Bristol having a quick huddle behind the posts. Referees encouraging them to get on with it.
Let's go. That needs to be much quicker.
3 minutes to go until the break. Saracens 5, Bristol Bears 26. This restart, actually a really interesting point here, because are they going to give Saracens back the ball? Are they going to make them do it from their own 22 and make a clearance?
Yeah.
Or do they compete?
Hoof it as far as you can. That's what I'd say.
That's Cat Merchant's
Yeah.
coaching expertise for us.
Hoof it as deep as you can, make them play out.
Oh, I thought for a moment they were going to find clear territory, but Sophie Bridger ran onto it brilliantly. They can't pass it back in and clear it out to the 22, so it is going to have to be kept in hand a little bit here, and it's Georgia Evans with the carry.
Leaving now, White.
Sellers, Harrison. Oh, and she is going to look for that little dig through. That's worked out nicely. Sellers was there to get hold of it. McMillan. That go forwards? No. Evans. Balogun with the hit. Quicker ball again for Sarries, and they try and go through Sellers, asking those questions. Olivia Apps on the bench, but Sellers given the chance to go again after a good showing against the Tigers. Then it's Immaculate. Signed in July from Leicester Tigers, Julia Immaculate. Sent back for Gregson. Penalty. Tackle was just a little too high from Holly Cunningham.
Yeah, they want to keep their discipline, Bristol, because don't want to let Sarries into this and just go into the second half very differently, isn't it? From 26-0 down, if they can get another score here just before half-time, it completely changes the balance of it.
Sarries! Let's see you, Sarries!
May Campbell to set them on their way again. Good leap from Verghese.
Then knocked on, swim advantage.
Bristol knock on. Sarries the chance to play. Sellers. Dumped by Buisa. Gallagher trying to just
Advantage
deny them
over
the
from
chance
the
to get
scrum.
to ground, but knock-on advantage is over. Campbell then with the drive, low and true. Gallagher trying to disrupt,
release before you're on
and
the
it's
ball.
there
Tackle!
again from Evans, and now Marley Packer wanting to just deny the ball getting to ground and keep it alive and keep going forwards. Balogun in there.
No hands, wait!
Saracens looking for their second score. Donna Rose.
Hands off!
Packer. Little more width, little drive. Clifford got close.
Hands up!
Saracens to show that anything you can do, we can do too.
Behind the line!
Two teams who've been having very different seasons.
Hands up!
Just close. Balogun can see how close that line is. Clifford knows where she wants to put it and manages to. Well, the sleight of hand from Kelsey Clifford. She's got a second on the board. You wouldn't know it by the look on the face. She knows the size of the challenge that Bristol have thrown down over the course of this first half. But Saracens find double figures, and boy did they need to.
Yeah, two opportunities in the 5 metres, and they come away with both of them. But it's really smart there from Clifford, because if she picks that up, she'll get a player underneath her defensively. Balogun was there ready, but if you just tiny pick that ball up, nudge it forward, there's no chance to get underneath it. So really smart play from Clifford there.
And Harrison sends it through the uprights. And our referee blows the whistle for the end of an engrossing first 40 minutes. Saracens straight into the huddle as Marley Packer uses all of her double Rugby World Cup winning expertise to get the message in club colours about what's required of them. On the plus side, Sarries have only had a couple of spells of possession in which to attack and have converted on both of them. They can be and will be ruthless. But for Bristol Bears, well, they've certainly shown the sort of form over that first half that has seen them to multiple semi-finals in PWR seasons, not least the last one. Well, currently this season they found themselves in 8th in the PWR table. Rediscovering form at the right time, with the likes of Sarah Byrne getting 2 tries among 4 to secure that bonus point over the course of the first half. And it's a double from Kelsey Clifford. Conversion from Harrison gives us the half-time score of Saracens 12, Bristol Bears 26. Well, Cat Merchant, what about that?
This is the Bristol that we're used to seeing. This is what they do so well. They play with flair. They have offloads, forwards and backs linking together. They just really came at it and started off straight away with this first try. Held by Smith. Good hands. Great footwork from Demant, and then David on the outside to dot it down. Great opener to it. And seeing all the angles there, Demant with her footwork, which of course we see later on in her own try. And then look at the depth that they then play with. And this is again, they're linking really well, forwards doing the work, getting in with those big carries. And here we go, the first footwork for the assist wasn't enough. She does her own. Great stop and go, going around Harrison to get her score for Demant there. Dummy, both hands on the ball, goes back to one hand. Great work.
She's on the side of
It was a while then before they came back with their third one, and it was really hard fought. Lots of phases of play before Byrne gets her hands on it. Great work to fight and get over the line as well. And then to show us that she can be a runner as well. Again, to mount really nice, and that line to Byrne, who does 22 metres. Gets tackled, brought down, but manages to present to give Bristol the bonus point try, which is so important. And then Saracens, just before the end of the first half, got their chance to respond with a great kick to the corner and execution on that line out. Difficult to defend. And they go over there, hard fought, well together as a pack, and a really good response. First time they've been anywhere near the try line, and they score it. And then this one from Clifford, that smart, just little pick. I think possibly the shortest distance I've ever seen a try scored from, pretty much about 5 millimetres, but doesn't matter, such an important one to score.
Almost seemed to be a little look from May Campbell to suggest, I think I might have already scored this, but if you haven't seen it, my mate Kelsey will just place this so that we can make sure. We are at the StoneX Stadium in North London, the home of Saracens, second in the PWR table, but currently trailing the visiting Bristol Bears by 12 points to 26. It's been about possession, it's been about territory. Given how ruthless Saracens can be, you still can't help feeling that this will still result in that home win, don't you? It's a really interesting one. It's a real tale, I guess, of the quality we expect from Alex Osterbury's side.
Yeah, and also they just come so well from behind. We've seen it historically throughout the years in the in finals and things where they've gone down and come back, but also the strength in their depth. On their bench, when you're looking at that, if you've got Olivia Apps, she comes on and then she'll really speed up that tempo for Saracens. Poppy Cleal is exactly the type of player that you want in a tough game coming behind in a rainy day against Bristol. So that bench is going to be really important to finishing this game off.
Voice of Rugby World Cup winner in 2014, Kat Merchant, who is with us. Saracens 12, Bristol 26 then at half-time at the StoneX in the PWR. We will be back with the second half for you in just a few moments' time.
New era.
Bradley, the scrum half, not even interested at that last ruck of getting the ball. Now spies some space. Gallagher drops it onto the toe. Can Laughlin gather it in? She can! Lovely little nudge through. And that is a lovely score.
Sale having to be wary of when the width will come. And wary of Sarah Beckett. Now there's a little more on it. Lovely tip on here. Dalla Valle and Singh sliding in to score in the corner.
Bears a go once again. Now is the opportunity to come to the open side. Bonner! Bonus point.
What a try, very well worked.
Oh, Poppy Cleal gets onto it, finds her old mate, Lottie Sharp, who stakes the hips, weaves and puts foot to the floor to slide in for a second. Try number 2 in the left-hand corner.
Tessier, long one over the top. Granzotto, is there enough room to work? Steps back in, away from Kildun, away from all of the Harlequins' defence. Francesca Granzotto says grazie, thank you very much.
Morgan Richardson getting through some dirty work, and the counter-rucking, which has been a hallmark of this half for Saracens, bears fruit once more. They fancy 50 before the break. Verghese to Campbell. Oh, slings one over to Omakuela, who slips it inside once more along the chain. That's the kind of try that reminds you just why you love this game.
Well, Exeter had only had one yellow card all season before today. They're not going for the scrum. They've had 3 yellow cards in 6 minutes. Mikaeli too goes for the line. They can't afford to be turtled over if there's no penalty advantage. Step back. They've opted away from the scrum. That could have been the penalty try opportunity that Langi Tuima was asking so intently about. But now, Swords, Cromack. This is for Tuima. This is for the try.
Bristol Bears are winning the Prem. Come on, Bears! Bristol as a city absolutely loves rugby. They're passionate.
I love the uniqueness, I love the ambition, and I love the drive to succeed.
There's loads of skill on show. We take risks.
It's all about power, passion, being celebrated for who you are and inspiring other people to do the same.
Players to look out for: Sarah Byrne, Millie David, and Renika Bonner.
We want to grow the women's game. We're excited about it. We've got amazing people in place to help us to do so. So if you want to be entertained, get down to Ashton Gate.
Saracens is a family, it's a wolf pack.
When we get on the pitch, there's all bets are off and nobody's safe.
But we really want to get back to winning championship titles, so now we want to go after the PWR.
We are Saracens.
There's only one team in London and it's us.
The series fans, they bleed red, they're incredible.
The wolf pack lives up to its name. We protect each other, we go to battle for each other. We bring a brand of rugby that is brutal, fierce, and one of the best that you'll see.
We've got lots to prove this season and we've still got more to give. We've got a trophy to win.
Just the whole pack, 115, we're all a threat. Watch out, we're coming.
New era.
back for the second half, and it's the Bristol Bears.
Teams rejoining us at the StoneX then as we get set to resume the second half of Saracens against Bristol Bears, round 11 of Premiership Women's Rugby. Saracens 12, Bristol 26. It was a 26-0 lead for Bristol Bears after 33 minutes. To say they had the lion's share of possession would be underrating it somewhat. Just had the chance to see Tom Luke, who is the Bristol Bears assistant coach, who just came up past us. He is conscious of wanting to ensure that the Bristol Bears continue to do what they did well and try and stop Saracens doing what they do well. But he said, rather than us looking for extraordinary moments, we need to look for extraordinary moments. And I quite like that, Cat
No, I
Merchant.
really like that. Do the basics really well.
Keep doing more of the ordinary stuff very well. Of course, Alex Osterbury will have no doubt said some pretty similar things
Stripped.
in the Saracens sheds as well. Oh, it's a lovely line.
Knock on.
Knock on advantage. Gregson took a very intelligent extra roll. Oh, and it was spotted by the referee. I thought she'd got away with it.
Yeah, no, he's on it when there was a slight knock on. I thought this might be slightly harsh because there's the break. I think that's gone back off of Bristol, so they might be a little aggrieved by that.
6 tries we enjoyed over the first half. This is a PWR league that excels in terms of tries scored. Never short of entertainment.
You can always hear Marley Packer, can't you? All legs, Harry's, let's go. But just that energy that she just puts into every single scrum, to every single tackle, everything she does.
There's no mistaking that Yeovil accent either.
Yeah, you can tell who it is.
Some excellent insight on Instagram recently of the work that's gone in on their new outbuilding, a new gym that Marley Packer's put together with Rosie Gallagher. I mean, it really is quite something. Two Rugby World Cup medals, 112 caps, 52 tries for England. I mean, Marley Packer is made of different stuff.
She really is just absolutely incredible. Just the energy that she's just always had it. I remember her first cap, she came bouncing in all over the place, pumped up, ready to go, and she's just kept it the whole time.
Crouch.
Great character.
Bind.
Not without pressure as well, Marley Packer. There was a moment earlier in the year, had the captaincy taken off her for England, and perhaps a question or two as to whether she was in the sort of physical and mental form to make that England World Cup squad, and my goodness, didn't she deliver to prove that she should be there. This is Dement on the wraparound. Millie David, scorer of the first try. Didn't have to show too much of the fleet of foot and stepping nature that we have seen from Millie David, but they all count, and it's Byrne with 2 on the log to double her season tally, and this is Emma Orr. The tackling is a little too optional from Saracens at times. Bevan. Byrne again. Loose on the floor. Bristol didn't know where their feet were, and they just trundled it backwards, and Evans was straight onto it. That kick is just going to find David, who knocks it on.
Yeah, there'll be, I think Sarries can breathe a sigh of relief, because one player you don't want to win a lot of space with ball in hand is Millie David, but here's where it just gets gotten out of that scrum, out of the breakdown, and the reaction was really good.
Just keep the space. On this side as well.
It's almost like Millie David knew Millie David was about to be in loads of space.
Yes, yeah, I think so. Like, and you can get that. As a, I used to play on the wing, and you just get so excited that you're like, oh yes, it's on here. So yeah,
I'm going to get the chance to do what I do.
Yes. She's not had much ball in space. She got the first try, and she was a millimetre from the touchline, so she's not really had a lot of ball in space to show us what she can do.
Bind.
Tori Sellers, England under-20s captain last year, former Worcester player, of course.
Set.
Joined Saracens in 2023. Harrison.
Keep the mark.
Lovely angle on that kick from Zoe Harrison. The backfield cover not quite where it might need to be, unless this ball goes all the way. Oh, and it will. Oh,
Option.
Zoe Harrison stares up at the skies.
Really well left there, though. That takes a lot of bottle to leave it, because so often when you're focused on the ball, someone just might be chasing it down, but the composure as well to move back, not let it hit her. Great, great.
Love the fact Chloe Daniels just walks away from it then.
Yeah, done my job.
Sorry, it'll be white ball. Go on, Dad. Be white ball.
Of course, we come back. If the kick is one that goes over the dead ball line and is not one that stays in field, well, then we come all the way back from where it was kicked from with a scrum to the opposition. It ultimately is a law in place to ensure that teams can't just keep kicking the ball down the other end of the field aimlessly. So if it is slightly overcooked, as Zoe Harrison's was, well, we come all the way back for the scrum.
It's risk reward, though, isn't it? Because if if that does either hold up short, then a goal line dropout, or even maybe the 50-22 is on. So you can see why it was there. I think tactically the right decision, just a little too much on it.
The first angle was great, the sort of 45 degrees towards that line, but it didn't skip onto the touchline.
Your inside shoulder needs to come out. You need to be going square. There's the mark.
Kira Bevan having a bit of fun with her international teammate there, Georgia Evans.
Playing with her bow, I think. Yeah. That's what nines are there for, aren't they? Just to rile people up.
Nosy, winding up stuff.
Bind!
Kira Bevan has that in spades, and I say that to her as a compliment.
Oh, I think a 9 would definitely take that as a compliment.
Set!
She said, oh, really nice on the pitch. I don't think they'd like that.
Yeah.
Oh, Sarries.
Penalty Sarries.
Another one.
Sarah Burns asking questions. And they've gone straight to ground. Hinging, I think, was the call from the referee.
So that's at least 2 scrum penalties that Saracens have won, and got a free kick for one earlier as well. So Bristol, an area that they'll be wanting to look at.
Taken from Verghese. Not the greatest pass from May Campbell, but it then finds Harrison, and a little bit of an injection of pace then from Sophie Bridger, former Gloucester Hartpury centre. Packer barrels into Buisa. And Macaulay had to juggle and regather. Packer. Harrison. Macmillan won't be the carrier. It's going to be Rose on the outside.
Leave the ball.
Harrison again. Jess Breach. Campbell. Accompanied by Rose. Through Buisa they go. And Macaulay. Canadian takes it forwards, and now they give away the penalty advantage, and not rolling away in this area, and the penalties start to mount for Bristol.
Yeah, they're putting pressure on themselves, really, as the discipline's going, as they're being really tested now by Saracens. And Saracens really, they love being here, but exactly this. They're so good at that driven line out.
Execution of what they do with the ball post-penalty award is so fast as well. Referee's barely blown the whistle, and they've kicked it into the corner. They know what they want. They know what is available to them here. It's a solid drive. Saracens getting towards that line. May Campbell crashes over. League's top try scorer adds another one to the pile as they make further inroads on this Bristol tally. Saracens with their 3rd try. May Campbell with her 8th of the season.
As you said, they just know exactly what they're going to do. They get that penalty, they kick for corner. The line out super quick as well from it. And then it's training park move, isn't it? Carrying really well, and as you said, May Campbell adding another to her very impressive tally.
It's a great conversion effort as well from World Cup winner Zoe Harrison. All of a sudden, after a 26-point lead for Bristol in that first half, Saracens cut it down to a 7-point game. They make 3 changes in the meantime as well. Georgia Evans, Tori Sellers and Emma Hardy have made way and making their way onto the field. Poppy Cleal, Olivia Apps and Deborah Wills onto the field. Changes, I think, made by Bristol as well, which I will keep up with. Delaney Burns is on for Demelza Short. Skeldon's got that. No one else playing scrum half right now, and Byrne takes it from her front row colleague. It's just that extra half a metre stride that Byrne manages to get through the tackle. Smith, oh, that was not quite as it was meant to go.
Yeah, I think that was probably supposed to go behind to the player and thought she was being dummied, but ended up going forward. So lovely from Skeldon, but then, yeah, just that. Was it for me, was it not? And then, yeah, it would have been forward.
Okay. Delaney Burns just not quite in the position that Holly Cunningham thought she may be. So a little regroup moment for both teams as Buisa just gets some attention. Well, Liv Apps comes onto the field, who is there chatting to Lottie Sharp and to Zoe Harrison. By many people's accounts, one of the, if not the, player of the season so far, Liv Apps, and stepped off the plane, having come back to the UK following playing a bit of the sevens on the circuit, as of course she made her name, having joined Saracens this season, and comes off the bench in the aim of continuing the form that has impressed so many this season.
She's a super exciting player to watch, and the energy that she brings, because delivery is fantastic, but she's not scared to snipe. She makes a lot of line breaks. She's obviously sevens quick as well, so when she goes through, just so dangerous. So excited to see what she can bring to the Sarri side.
She is in fact 6th for line breaks this season, Kat Merchant, so we're working in tandem. Yeah. You bring it up, I'll give you this stat.
I like it. Yeah, good. Teamwork, it makes the dream work.
And there's Poppy Cleal with the number 20 at the back.
Music 9.
Lottie Sharp was just creeping down the left touchline, but Apps will feed Harrison. Gets it away. Gregson has moved into that centre position, but it just went forwards. Interesting to see that service. I mean, you talked about it there from Olivia Apps. It was just right on the money for Zoe Harrison, and a few of the passes in that first half from Tori Sellers were just giving Harrison a little bit more to do. Yeah,
if you just have to check slightly, it can make a big difference. You can see the time in there from Saracens, not quite. Wills and Breach, not quite deep or flat where they thought they were going to be off each other.
Marley Packer shifting then to that flank side, into the 7 position, with the introduction of Cleal now into 8.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Penalty, Bristol.
They'll be really happy with that, having given a couple away in the scrum. So to win one here at quite a key point in the game as well, when Sarries were just starting to get the momentum with them, really important.
On the edge, mate. I've got the mark. There's your mark, Black.
Maisie Davis joined this season from Gwalia Lightning. Didn't get off the bench in the round 3 match against Saracens, but starting this afternoon. Dement. Byrne. Started life as a centre. She spent a fair bit of this match there. Smith. Chloe Daniels. Bevan. Skeldon. Into Campbell. Bevan again. Dement. Oh, Burns lost it. And Cleal is there. Turns around, gets the offload away. It's the sort of game she likes to play. Tacker tidies it up. And now it's there for Apps. Harrison. Oh, who's going to be the first to this? Dement is there. Got the call on the right. Jasmine Joyce Butchers is in a tussle here with Sydney Gregson. The Welsh international takes it down. Big wind-up of the dummy from Bevan, but was spotted by Campbell. Reeled back in. Davis. Tough one over the top for Byrne to take, and now Smith with a bit more depth, and Balogun shows on the outside into the tackle of Immaculate. David happy to play scrum half. Delaney Byrne steps out of the first tackle just to meet the collision with Donna Rose.
Touched!
Bevan, it was touched by the Saracens' hand as it motors its way towards that touchline. Harrison is there to tidy. Ball in play time in the PWR is high, and both of these teams will be feeling that now as another extended passage of play continues, with the ball going from one team to the other, and now it's with Apps who gets it away and through Macmillan. Knocked on in that tackle. Immaculate will use that knock-on advantage and stride through another tackle. Apps for breach. Harrison. Oh, it's opening up for Bridger. Bridger straightening up. Gets the ball away. Couldn't quite find Apps, but it goes backwards and Liv Apps to finish it under the posts. Off a plane on Monday, scoring for Saracens on Sunday. Liv Apps back into the action and gets Sarri's 4th try and the bonus point.
Yeah, Saracens just really looking like they want it. Every pass that goes to floor, anything happening, they're just reacting so quickly to it. I think all there had run up defensively, come in, left a bit of a dog leg, and then the reactions from Apps to just pick it up straight to that try line. Great work, and lovely. It's not, it doesn't go to hand, but it doesn't matter sometimes, just keeping the ball alive and reacting. And great for them to get their 4th try as well.
Conversion is good from Zoe Harrison. Do not adjust your sets. Do not go anywhere. It's 26-all at the StoneX.
You do love a draw, commentating on a draw, don't you? So, although I don't think this one's going to be, I think there's going to be some more scores for sure in this game. It's not going to remain at 26-all.
It is not.
Ever the professional there, Nick. You nearly fell off your chair.
I did
and still managed to, I went have one hand to try and catch you, but we didn't miss a beat, just cracked on.
Shush. The magic of television, nobody needs to know, Cat Merchant.
Yeah, everyone needs to know.
26-all. Of course, it is a league that has had an extraordinary amount of draws already so far this season. Bristol involved in the last one against Ealing Trailfinders last week. 5 draws over the season. 3 of them have been Bristol's. Changes have been made just down below us. Donna Rose has come off. Marley Tacker may have made way as well. So onto the field, Carmen Tremelling and Gabby Senft. Senft, one of those back from the 7 series.
Bind! Set!
Penalty Bears.
To ground.
Things really turning around in that scrum for them, getting 2 scrum penalties pretty much back to back and putting them in a real position now where they can strike. First half, at least the first 30 minutes of it was all about Bristol. So far this second half, Sarries have had their way and their say, but Bristol just coming back into it now with a really great opportunity.
Understand it's an HIA for Saracens' Marley Packer.
5 out. 5 out.
Bristol players are getting the go forward on this. Referee happy it's the same all. Now it goes to ground. Which side's it coming back on? It's going to be a Saracen scrum. Kelsey Clifford will unceremoniously hand the ball off to Liv Apps. Anna Skeldon is feeling that left ankle.
Yes, you can see it going forward, and then it's how it comes down. If it goes down legally like it does, they don't have to roll away. So if it's then become unplayable, Sarries then get the ball.
Number 1.
Kelsey Clifford is, in fact, Kelsey Clifford is being replaced by Liz Craik, and I think we're also seeing the replacement of the Bristol number 1, Maisie Davis, going to be replaced by Aisha Jar.
Replacement for Saracens, leaving the field, double try scorer.
Heidemann still leading that conversation.
Replaced by number 17, Liz Craik.
Liz Craik, former trail finder. Got her England cap a couple of years ago in the Six Nations.
You keep your position. If they're going head and head, they'll be penalised.
Let's go, please, White.
Time back on.
And a replacement for Bristol Bears, leaving
Kevin Ray up there and Alex Osterbury. Who'd be a DOR or a head coach, as Scott Lawson chats alongside Tom Luke. It's where you earn your corn. Final quarter of the match. All square.
Not sure many would have predicted 26 all at 60 minutes in.
Set.
Clear with the break. Apps serves Harrison. Daniels has headed across to try and get after this, and it's just skipping away from the Canadian and still doing so. In the 22, not too many people for company either. And Jess Breach with the follow-up.
Release now, tackle him.
David was initially there to play scrum half, but Bevan now on for Burns.
Stay on side.
Macaulay is wanting to put pressure on Bevan here. Box kick clearance will do.
Yeah, they'll be happy to exit out of that because that was a horrible bouncing ball going along there to try and retrieve. But think they can be happy enough with the exit.
Replacement for Bristol Bears, leaving the field, number 2, Lauren Skeldon, replaced by number
Harrison, missed pass for Cleal. Always means business through the middle, got the ball on the floor and it's just been grubbered along. Oh, I think the assistant has advised that it was forwards from Cleal.
Yeah, just looking to see who had got a hand to it, but obviously it was a Saracens player. So here's the carry. Sorry, Nick, here's the carry in the one hand to get it across. But yeah.
Poppy Cleal, 66 caps for England. 8th on the log for gain line carries. She was certainly looking for another one there. But the ball just going forwards on the transfer.
8 and you come. Set!
Bevan had options left, goes right for Dement. Smith, is that going to go out on the full? That's not good enough from Merrill Smith. It's going to hand Saracens this position.
There you go, White.
Can the Londoners use it to get themselves in the lead for the first time in this match?
Clear competition, outside arm.
Not straight from Saracens at the line-out.
Yeah, so Bristol can try and redeem themselves from that error of kicking it straight out. So they decide Bristol to go up defensively, which does always put pressure on the throw, make sure it has to be absolutely straight. It's still a tough place to attack from a scrum deep into your own half.
I'll move out your way, 9. I'll move. Crouch! Bind! Set! Ball's out, she's fine.
Gallagher. A little bit of recovery needed from Orr, who was there to scoop it up when perhaps not expecting it. Burns. Quick contact from Burns to send it out for Dement. Through Daniels for David. Was that a touch high? Yes, it was. Bevan wants to go. Not quite on the mark.
I like that from Bevan, though. I think that's the right call to make. I think there was space there and to go. So it goes over to David. Not in much space here, but then yet you can see high tackle coming in there. So penalty work call.
I'll support you going quick, just make sure you're on the mark. Use the line block. Hold there. Seven, 15 and 12.
3 changes then on the way. 7, 15 and 12 you may have heard from the referee. So Panfanet Buisa, Merrill Smith and Chloe Daniels. They've been some really influential players over the course of this match so far. Gallagher. 8-on-8 collision with Poppy Cleal. Sarah Byrne still in the thick of things, still making meters. Now they come back left side. Link play from Gwennan Hopkins, replacement who is onto the field. Jenna De Vera, also one of those, into the mix as Aisha Jah makes the carry. Dement. It's not going to be into the hands of Gallagher that time. It's Scottish compatriot Emma Orr. Jah loses it over the shoulder. Referee happy enough it's backwards. Short side again. Lottie Sharp came running in from that touchline. Would have left a bit of room for Jasmine Joyce. Jah. England under-18s, Aisha Jah started her journey in Mansfield after tag tournament it was. It didn't get off the bench in that round 3 match against Sarries. Balogun, oh, good night Olivia Apps. That was a huge collision. Saracens' replacement has stayed down. We hope Olivia Apps is okay. The referee has just opted to stop play there as it was a hefty knock.
Yeah, player safety first and foremost. Hopefully she is all right, but it did look like a big collision, didn't it? Balogun, believe it or not, I used to coach her at County. She used to be a winger. Yeah, so,
no, thank you.
Yeah. But showing her strength and power there.
Confirmation then of those players that came onto the field. I mean, if anything, it was a high shot. I don't want to add insult to injury to Liv Apps obviously staying down, but it was an upright collision, so certainly hope she's okay. Christiana Balogun certainly seems okay. But yeah, those changes. Gwennan Hopkins, one who's come on, and Jenna De Vera. We've also seen the introduction of Ella Loverbond, third for metres made over the course of the season. Loverbond behind, well, two people you might have heard of, Emma Singh, Ellie Kildunn. So Loverbond, another one of those that knows how to probe the spaces. Probing is one thing, prowling is another. And Alex Osterbury can barely watch. He will certainly, no doubt, have concern for his Canadian scrum half, as will Kevin Rouet. That's his head coach at Canada.
Yeah, Walton, come on. Walton, come on. That's fine. Fine. That's fine. Thank you very much.
There is, well, we just wait the due attention required. We can bring you up to speed with the result down the road in Sandy Park. If you don't want to know the result there, then block your ears, look away now. But Exeter Chiefs beating Loughborough Lightning by 26 points to 5 in the end. Just the one try on the board for Nathan Smith's side. And of course, if you're looking to enjoy more PWR action on BBC iPlayer, our next match will be back here. Cat Merchant's going to be here alongside Jack Darab for Saracens against Exeter Chiefs next weekend. You going to just keep in the media room all week?
No, I'll probably go home, I reckon.
Okay.
I reckon
All
my
right.
husband and 3 dogs might,
Okay.
might not. They want me to stay in Sarries for a week.
That's fair, that's fair, I suppose. Great to see Liv Apps back on her feet, but she will have to make way. And due to it being a head injury, we can see the reintroduction of the formerly changed, replaced Tori Sellers. So Sellers comes back onto the field. I imagine that may be a recognise and remove protocol on Liv Apps. It is an HIA, we understand. And Apps will now take her time off the field. She's being given a jacket by Donna Rose. I'm not entirely sure whether Apps will be rejoining us.
No, got to look after players. It's such a hot topic, but got to look after them.
Set!
She has actually just gone down the tunnel, so maybe it will be the HIA. In the meantime, Gallagher, who can resume the momentum. Dement gets through one. Bevan, Delaney Burns. Balogun. Jar looking to protect it. De Vera. Little pocket rocket, Jenna De Vera. Got real strength for her size. Nearly got through. Byrne. Dement. What are the options available? Or going through again. She's had a nice game, Emma Orr. Taken some key meters and found the right pass. Oh, look at that from Kira Bevan. I'm not going to get down and pick it up and pass it to you. I'm just going to chip it with my foot. Delaney Burns with the carry. Saracens going a little more laterally than they're managing to cross that gain line at the minute. Dement then on to Millie David. David with a little bit of a hole to get through, but a Macaulay straight out the traps and all over the Bristol Bears winger. Byrne just looking to fend May Campbell. Dement on her own a little bit here. In danger of getting isolated. It's an easy one for Saracens. Great turnover, great recognition of the moment to strike.
Yeah, you can see it from a mile off though, can't you? Those the contacts which are likely to be a turnover, and she goes in on her own against two players, far too slow to get to her, a support play, so always going to be stolen.
Gabrielle Senft just where she needed to be, the former Exeter chief. Made her first start of the season here in round 7 against Loughborough. Immaculate.
No compete.
Down for Sellers, that's good from Sellers, straight into the path of Harrison where she wanted it, ships it on for Cleal. Immaculate again, Harrison up for Breach, Breach fending one, Breach stepping back in, oh, and was well caught. Jasmine Joyce did just enough, but was it on wide for Saracens to perhaps have finished? Lottie Sharp was waiting for it, Sellers does well to bring it out. Immaculate. Harrison again. Bounce pass. Gregson.
Keep working back.
Delaney Burns tried to get in and get that away. Saracen taking meters at close quarters. And they drive. Saracens looking to take the lead in this fixture for the first time. Driving for the line, just stopped. Shorter again they go. They've got the players with the nous and the grunt up front. Saracens looking to get the score. They smuggle it onto the line. And the try awarded. May Campbell coming up with it. It's taken until the 72nd minute. Saracens finally get themselves in front.
Yeah, well worked as well, wasn't it? Just keeping calm, composed. They haven't looked rattled. There's a nice injection of pace from Breach initially. As you said, a great cover tackle there from Butchers Joyce. And then just regathering just short initially. And then just that smart little pick again, a competitor for the shortest try.
She scored a few like that, May Campbell. Straight through from Harrison. 2 tries in the second half will cap off a decent afternoon's work for May Campbell to continue extending that lead at the top of the try-scoring charts. 9 tries now over the course of the season, but most importantly, in the tail of the tape of this match, Saracens 7 points to the good, in front against Bristol for the first time. Ruahe Dement to get the action restarted. They've gone a little shallower there to try and invite the competition for it, but Saracens do well. Senft able to send it on, but it's been knocked on by Saracens. And then a high tackle comes in. Bristol have made the change, removing co-captain Sarah Byrne. Eliane Clark, Scottish international product of Dunfermline and Queen Anne's High School, into the action.
There could have been a consideration of going for 3 points there with that penalty, closing the gap. There is still time, but opted to go for the corner, go for broke.
Well, they've got to make it work from here, haven't they?
Backwards.
Delaney Burns soars high at the front of the line. Saracens' maul defence has got to stand firm. Call of once already from the referee. Bevan's going to have to get in and try and use that if she can. It's the break from Clark. De Vera helping her to ground. Then Bevan again. Burns did the work at line-out, then called on in the loose.
Ball lifted, she's onside.
Bevan going for it. Someone else will have to play scrum half or go for the pick here. I think we know which option it's going to be.
Hands
the
and
big
feet.
Bristol Bears need to try and make the meters here to stay on terms with Saracens, having led the match for 71 minutes. They needed to do more to protect that ball. Body on the line from Cleal. They're all lined up behind this maul, Bristol Bears. There's no suggestion that this is going to get any width on it whatsoever. Referee encouraging Bristol to make sure that they arrive upright. They don't want players just going off their feet to try and secure possession.
Penalty advantage.
And now they have the penalty advantage. Now we've got a bit of a signal from behind this ruck, and they step back in through De Vera. Was well met. Gallagher into Senft. Under penalty advantage. And the referee's going to blow it. Kira Bevan's gone. Not from the mark again, or was it? It was. Behind the mark, referee says is absolutely fine. And the quick tap will stand. Classic Kira Bevan.
Yeah.
Bristol getting back on terms.
Absolutely classic Bevan. She went to do it earlier, was in front of the mark, couldn't do it. That one referee said was just behind the mark, so it's within that metre and can see it. And so great decision from her as well to just have a go. She looks at ref, she asks, runs to him, tap, and off she goes.
Bevan with the conversion that takes us back to all square with under 4 minutes to go. And you might recognise that water carrier there for Bristol Bears. Cat Merchant, one Amber Reid.
Oh, absolutely incredible player, incredible human. But play is resumed.
7 points in the end from the boot of from Kira Bevan in the score and the conversion. What a grandstand finish we have here. Surely we can't be destined for another draw in the PWR. Sent back from Bevan. Dement sends it away. Breach covers good ground to take it on the full. Then finds Harrison. Harrison stepping out of one. Good ground from the Saracens. Fly half. Penalty Saracens. Bristol not rolling away. The home fans encourage it. Their stadium clock has ticked past the 80 minutes. And the call has been made to go for posts.
Oh, it's a big kick, isn't it? Really big kick from here.
Referee has advised Zoe Harrison that on his watch, 3 minutes remain.
I can see it. I can see going for free. However, they've been so successful on their line-outs when they have kicked for line and can back himself to score off that line-out, because this is a big kick.
Matter of inches there. Zoe Harrison told by the referee, bring that back 1.5 feet from where you just put down the tee. Well, this is big. Zoe Harrison for Saracens. It's going to have enough, and it's got the radar. It's 3 points for Zoe Harrison, and 3 points that put Saracens back in the lead with 2 minutes on the clock.
Fair play. World-class moments like that, when you step up as a player, nail it for your side. A lot of pressure on it. Long kick, so accurate.
Bristol send it long. They'll try and put the pressure on and force the error. Saracens have got to control possession now for the last 2 minutes to see this result over the line. Bristol Bears have 4 tries. They are in scope for a losing bonus. They will feel they deserve more from this.
Don't hold her in. Don't hold her in. Stay outside.
Room on the outside again. Sellers under pressure. Cleal can be relied upon at all times. Penalty Saracens. Bristol players not rolling away. 1 minute you hear the referee advise Zoe Harrison.
Oh yeah, just giving those penalties away in this moment. It's just one of those you just don't need getting caught in there.
Light in the eye.
Use the line. Here we go, Stonex Stadium. Final moments of PWR round 11. Saracens have the advantage. Let's hear you, Stonex Stadium.
Moments tick down. Saracens in control. It's their throw to the line out. They have the 3-point advantage. Oh, it's loose over the top and in the hands of the Bears. Dement, De Vera. Back inside goes Jenna De Vera. And now some width. Bristol have got a fair distance to go here, but it's there for Kira Bevan. Saracens will look to compete and drive them back defensively as best they can and force the error, knowing that the clock is now in their favour, as is the scoreboard. Bevan will point anything out that she can to the referee, Dement. Davids cuts in from the try line, from the touchline, I should say. Dummy on the outside. De Vera, tough one for Delaney Burns to take. She did well under the pressure. Dement, composure needed of the international, but it's going to be another international that just fumbles the ball. Known for the carrying, it just couldn't be for Gallagher. Saracens celebrate a hard-fought victory against a Bristol Bears side that turned up and gave it absolutely everything. The losing bonus and the 4-try bonus may not feel like reward enough for Scott Lawson's side, but what a match we've enjoyed. Saracens scoring the tries that get them the bonus, but most importantly, having trailed by 26 points, it gets them the victory. Full time, Saracens 36, Bristol Bears 33. What a match, Cat Merchant.
I'm exhausted and I'm a peer, but yeah, that had everything. I think for Bristol, you've got to be really gutted for them to lead 71 minutes of the game or to be drawing and to never be behind. And then for Sarries, they just know how to turn up when it counts. And they were so clinical. As you said, we don't have the stats, but I don't think they had as much territory and possession as Bristol did, but what they did was they utilised it really well.
Well, Kat, who impressed you over the course of that one as well?
Well, I think for Bears, I'd say Dement, definitely. Bevan, always good. Skeldon, fantastic. But in terms of for Sarries, I think as a squad, they just dug deep. And so for player of the match, I'd give it for co-captain May Campbell. I think she just scores when she needs to. She really leads the team as well, and she just got stuck in there.
Well, May Campbell is our player of the match. She's done a disappearing act out on the field where I would have loved to have captured her for you. But yes, 2 tries for May Campbell. 2 from Sarah Byrne for Bristol. Kira Bevan also doing a decent job getting those 7 points that gave us that grandstand finish. 2 tries from Kelsey Clifford for Saracens in the first half. Plenty of the front row union getting a brace of tries over the course of this afternoon then with Byrne and Clifford and May Campbell, I should say. So it's a full Red Roses front row getting 6 tries in this PWR encounter. Well, are you not entertained? My goodness me. Something in there for everybody. This is how the game unfolded.
Yeah, Sarries really come into it in that second half. Knew they were up against it, but they're just so clinical at that, kicking for the touchline and then finishing.
The work of May Campbell getting that first score of the second half, and really Saracens with the work that they had to come back from. That 12 points to 26 half-time score. They got a couple before the break, and crucially they got the couple afterwards.
Yeah, they didn't rush anything. They just stuck to what they did well, and this is a great break in here. And then Apps just does great reaction, picked the ball off the floor. It didn't go to hand, but didn't matter. They were just on it and made it work. Lovely balance run in, and just that effort to keep the ball alive. Doesn't have to be pretty, just have to work. And then quick hands across, good pace here from Breach.
No hands now.
And then a little dot down. Smart play though. We were saying about Saracens how they are a smart clinical side, and they absolutely delivered today in the end.
Well, Bristol, having gone down to that second try by May Campbell, then found themselves with their own battle. The referee awarding the penalty. Bevan behind the mark and takes off. Poppy Cleal, she knows the law but pretty well. She was going to ask the questions of the referee, but from behind the mark, referee happy. Try stood. Try converted by Bevan, of course, as well. But it was then the nature of players not rolling away that saw the referee award this penalty. Zoe Harrison needed ice-cold veins, didn't she?
Yeah, she really did. Kept her composure. That's a big old kick. And to just nail it straight through. Brilliant to bring her team ahead.
If it had been another foot and a half backwards, well, it might not have been, had it? But the mark given by the referee. All right, well, what a match we've seen. Saracens leading Bristol, or beating Bristol, I should say, 36 points to 33. Our PWR player of the match, May Campbell, is with Megan Seward.
Oh, just some drinks. Okay, I am here pitch side with May Campbell, who I spoke to earlier, player of the match for today's game. Congratulations, May. Look, that was a really tight game throughout. Saracens did come back in that second half. How did it feel out there today?
Gosh, we didn't start the game well at all, and we made it so hard for ourselves, and then it was sort of the last 5 minutes in the first half that we started getting the momentum back. I think we had something like 22% possession in that first half, and we just knew that if we kept the ball and were more aggressive and direct, that we could turn the tables. And I'm just really proud of the entire squad, how we finished off that last 40, and it helps with Zoe's long boot to get us through the posts on that last penalty. But yeah, we just know that we have to be a lot better and start faster.
Absolutely. Bristol, they came out the blocks fighting today. They were quick, they were sharp, you know, everything we expected them to be. What do you take from today's game into next week, into Exeter, right here at the StoneX?
I think we can take confidence in terms of that was an entire squad effort. Everyone did their job extremely well. We just need to tighten up on a few areas, come out the blocks firing a lot more. We can't start on our heels like we did. I think we had some great defensive sets where we were on our line. We knew Kira Bevan was going to do a quick tap penalty, and she did. Fair play to her. So, yeah, I know we're like positive now, but I know we'll be very critical on ourselves. But just thankfully we've got the 5 points, which is, I guess, all you can ask for.
Absolutely. You've taken away the 5 points, which is what you go to every game looking for. So congratulations and well done, and all the best next week. Now I'm going to throw you right back up to commentary with Nick Heath imminently, and thank you very much for joining us.
Well, thank you, Megan. Great to hear from May Campbell. And, well, talking about the fact that they need to recognise the fast start and how important that's going to be, because, yeah, over the course of the first 33 minutes, Saracens found themselves down by 26 points to 0 before they fought back. We knew they would, Cat Merchant. We knew they would.
Yeah, we said, didn't we? Like, they just needed, Bristol did so well in the start, but just did have a couple more opportunities, maybe needed to finish off, as Sarries are so strong.
Well, there we go. We can confirm then the results from round 11 of the PWR. Gloucester Hartpury running out winners, taking all 5 points against Harlequins, 45 points to 22. Trailfinders women against Sale Sharks. Well, Sale have been on the road a couple of times. They thought they might nick a result down at Shaftesbury Park against Bristol, who clung on, but they have got the result on the road against Trailfinders women. That will be a real shot in the arm. Holly Aitchison playing fullback in that match, but 31-36 that finished. Then today down at Sandy Park, Exeter Chiefs 26, Loughborough Lightning 5 is how that one finished up. And there's confirmation of our score. 36 for Saracens, 33 Bristol Bears.
Bristol Bears 33, joined by the Built for Athletes Pro of the match, May Campbell.
And how does that affect the PWR table? Well, there we are. Gloucester Hartpury bringing up the 50. The result this afternoon for Saracens sees them stay in touch. Just that one loss at the start of the season against the defending champions. They are on 45 points. There are 2 points picked up by Bristol, but they still find themselves down in 9th. What with Sale Sharks picking up that result on the road, how valuable that has been to see them stay in 7th. But it is the Sharks and the Bears who are closing in on that middle pack, and that is where things are going to continue to get interesting over the course of this middle period of the season. Well, let's just remind you then what is continuing to come through this PWR season across our coverage on the iPlayer. Premiership Women's Rugby on the BBC. We have that match next week. Saracens against Exeter Chiefs will be here, and Cat Merchant will be alongside Jack Zarab for that one. Then 6th of March, Gloucester Hartpury, the defending champions against Exeter Chiefs. That will be another humdinger of a game. 14th of March, Exeter Chiefs against Trailfinders, a lunchtime kickoff. And a week after that, Harlequins against Trailfinders, 7:30 on the 20th of March. Lots of great PWR rugby. Great if you're an Exeter Chiefs fan, isn't it? 3 out of the next 4 if you are a fan of Steve Salvin's side. Well, smiles on the face of Jasmine Joyce Butchers. The families are out and in town. It wasn't quite to be for Bristol Bears on the road, but my goodness, have they shown us that they have truly arrived in this PWR season after a bit of a lacklustre start. Saracens, though, showing the true champion quality and world class in their international lineup that saw them get that result over the line. Zoe Harrison contributing with the winning penalty from all of us here. It's a very good afternoon.